coming to you with a bit of an emergency update, and I'd also argue probably not one of the most shocking bits of news we've received over the past couple of months, but nevertheless quite upsetting. Lynx Air has formally announced that it'll cease operations at the end of its flying schedule on Sunday, February 25. So that means, as a result, on February 26 at 12:01, the airline will cease to exist, and thus end a multi-year operation that is described by many as being quite the roller coaster. A decision to shut down came as Lynx could not secure an investment to sustain its operations and enable future growth. Lynx has been under pressure for a substantial period, with these pressures mounting, and despite their best efforts, the COO Jim Sullivan saying that they could no longer continue. Sullivan said that while the news may shock its employees, it wasn't how the story was intended to play out, and the airline had hoped to make travel more affordable within Canada and towards key destinations in North America generally. Ultimately, with such a congested market already in Canada, one of the biggest struggles has been for airlines to successfully implement low-cost fares to the market and actually be profitable in doing this. Those who have tried have often collapsed, or been forced to pivot their strategy to ensure long-term sustainability. Lynx says that while it only has a few days left to operate, it'll look to offer the best possible service to its customers and ensure that it goes out on the right note. At its closure, Lynx Air will leave with one of the youngest fleets in North America, with 9 Boeing 737 MAX jets in service, all Dash 8 variants, and an average age of under 3 years. Additionally, it'll leave behind a dedicated group of employees who are now out of a job and seeking work elsewhere. Before Lynx Air announced its shutdown in the last 24 hours, there were actually strong reports that Lynx was in advanced talks with Flair Airlines, that being another Canadian carrier, to merge. As part of these merger talks, the pair would have combined forces to really consolidate the Canadian market even further. The intricacies of the deal would generally see Flair completely absorb Lynx and thus grow its network and fleet in a move that was also considered by many analysts as essential for both of these airlines to actually survive. However, a deal that, per several sources, was seemingly about to be finalised only a matter of days ago must have fallen through, and this has only been evident through Lynx Air announcing that it'll shut down in the coming days. What this means for Flair Airlines, another low-cost Canadian carrier that has faced an uphill battle, does remain to be seen. But obviously, with the collapse of Lynx Air, it is unfortunate for those within Canada that look towards cheaper airfares. That is what your Lynx and Flair do promise, but obviously it is a pretty tough market to crack, and unfortunately your more premium airlines are continuing to reign supreme, and as a result, pricing so many people out of essential and also leisure travel. You can let me know your thoughts on the collapse of Lynx Air down below in the comments. Does this come as a shock to you, or do you believe the writing's been on the wall for a long period? Let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching this, a bit of an emergency update. I'll be back with normal proceedings in the next 16 hours with an aviation news recap.
And we'll fly.